If you're thinking about taking an online course, you already know that it will require some basic technological skills. Understanding what these skills are up front will make things much easier for you, which is why we've created this module. After completing it, you'll have an idea what your online instructor might need you to know, including the hardware and software requirements of most online courses, the value of a fast internet connection, how to locate and download the free plugins that your course might require, the basics of email, and how to obtain tech support when you need it. Students now are taking their online courses using a range of devices from desktop and laptop computers to smartphones and tablets. You may choose to do your schoolwork on one or more of these gadgets. However, the Canvas interface was optimized for desktop displays, so using small devices such as phones may not be the most pleasant experience in using Canvas. For best user experience, please download the Canvas mobile applications. The Canvas mobile applications require Android 6.0 or later and iOS 13.0 or later. If you're going to buy a computer, select something reliable and, more importantly, make sure that you have access to a fast internet connection. We recommend, but don't require, a broadband connection.
Your computer isn't particularly reliable, or if you don't have a computer or other internet-capable device, don't worry. The ECC Learning Center has computers and webcams available for student use on campus, and the ECC Library has computers and hotspots available for students to borrow for home use during the semester. Just make sure your device is dependable. Slow computers and poor internet connections can significantly increase the time it takes for you to access and complete the requirements for your online course. And the last thing you want to deal with all semester is internet, hardware, or accessibility issues.
There are some basics that your device will need to interact with Canvas properly. For instance, you'll want to make sure that you have an up-to-date operating system. For the courses you take here, you will need one of the following operating systems. For PC, Windows 8.1 or newer. For Mac, OS X 10.6 or newer. Your individual course may also have its own hardware requirements, such as a printer, a headset, speakers, or a webcam. Remember that you can print and borrow these items in the ECC Learning Center. Another factor you will want to keep an eye out for is whether your course requires a particular browser for viewing internet content. Some content does not display properly in certain browsers, but if you view the same content in a different browser, it works perfectly. So, if your instructor asks you to use a particular browser, be sure you follow his or her instructions. It is always a good idea to have several current browsers installed on your machine, so you have a few options if you run into problems. Some popular browsers that will work with Canvas include Apple's Safari 12 and 13, Google Chrome 79 and 80, Mozilla Firefox 72 and 73, and Edge 79 and 80. In addition, sometimes your course will require you to install plugins so that you can view other media that the browser alone may not be able to handle, like animations, sound clips, or PDFs. Some common plugins that you may need to install could include Flash, Java, and Adobe Reader. These are free applications you can download from the internet, and your instructor will let you know when you need a particular plugin. You will also definitely need an email account if you don't already have one. East Central College provides free email accounts for registered students, and some instructors insist that you use this account for any school-related emails. It is important to figure this out before you sign up for any online course, because this will be one of the chief ways that you'll communicate with your instructors. Most ECC emails use the students' first and last names. If you have problems with your email account, contact the IT Help Desk at 636-584-6738. Your instructor will probably state in his or her syllabus what the preferred means of communication will be for the term. If you're not required to use a school email account, you can use one you've already set up or set up a new one with a free email service like Gmail or Yahoo. In fact, even if you have an old email account, you may want to make a new one that reflects your new status as a college student. If you were an instructor, which of these would you rather receive a student email from? jrodriguez@gmail.com or badboypunk4958@hotmail.com?
Now it's time to talk technical difficulties. Here's the bad news. During the course of your studies, You're bound to have an issue with your computer hardware or software. But let's face it, that would probably be true if you were taking a course in a traditional classroom as well. It's just another facet of the modern condition. The good news is that most technical problems are relatively easy to solve, and if you're really struggling with a technical issue, you can always count on ECC's tech support team. We want you to be able to resolve your tech issues quickly so that you can get back to your online studies. Here are some tips for common technical issues. First, check your computer cables and connections to make sure they have not loosened or come unplugged. Sometimes things shift around without you noticing, and it's an easy place to start. If your computer is plugged into a surge protector, make sure it is turned on. It is often a good idea to reset the surge protector by turning it off and on, just in case this is the source of your problem. If you are using a laptop, netbook, notebook, or tablet, it is a good idea to check your battery status often while you work. If you have no sound on your computer, check the volume control for your computer to see if it is turned up high enough. Some applications have their own volume controls as well. Make sure you check both places to resolve any sound issues. If trying one of these easy fixes does not solve your issue, save your work and try restarting your computer. Surprisingly, this troubleshooting technique often works best. One last way to find a solution is to simply conduct an internet search for your issue. You'll often be able to pretty easily find the solution you're looking for. If none of these strategies work, however, don't hesitate to contact ECC's tech support team. Write down their contact information and call or email if you need some assistance. Remember, they're here to support you and your studies. They'll do their best to help you quickly find a solution to any issues they can.
Well done! You have successfully completed the Getting Tech Ready module, and we hope you are feeling a bit more comfortable with some of the technology you will be using to take your online course.